Hello everyone, I'm Stacey Joy and welcome to our channel, The Merlins. So I hope you're having a lovely day in whatever corner of the world you're in. I'm here in Guatemala talking to you today. This is actually our very first video, so go easy on us. This series is called Anything's Possible, Nothing is Sure, because as many of you know, if you've been to Latin America, often things don't go as according to plan. But you can make anything happen. Really, anything is possible. Today we're going to give you a little glimpse into the life of a traveling family of 5. We just pulled up at a place we're due to play a gig. Come check it out.
Well, today we have a very typical day on the road. Just arrived at this amazing brewery. It's called Cerveceria 14. We parked up here and I got out our state-of-the-art leveling devices, put them in place, come back in, went to turn the engine on, and we have absolutely no response. The starting motor has been making some funny noises the last couple of times I tried to start it, so there was a little bit of a harbinger. We knew that we would have to do something with it sooner rather than later. So the moment has come now. As well as being a writer and a musician and a carpenter and a cook, I'm also, and a driver of course, and general dog's body, I'm also the ship's mechanic. Fortunately, I have a great teacher. His name is Manuel, and me and Manuel are going to get down and see if we can fix this problem so when it's time to leave we're able to leave. In the meantime, if you're going to break down in the middle of Guatemala, I could think of much worse places to be.
This place is amazing. We're just outside the city and we are right next to this great playground made out of recycled tires, and there's a huge green space. We're surrounded by trees. There's a puffing volcano behind us, spring water, and of course the most incredible beer.
Okay, after some consultation with Manuel, it looks like I'm going to have to take the starter motor and solenoid off. At this stage we suspect it might be the solenoid because we take power from our heavy duty house battery sometimes to get the motor turning over, which hits the solenoid with some pretty heavy surges. But we won't know until we take it off, so let's go have a look at it. Okay, so we now have our starting motor and solenoid. This is the solenoid, this is the starting motor. Two things I notice. This whole area here is cracking in the casing. I'm not sure if that would necessarily hinder the operation, but one thing, as I said before, we suspected the solenoid. If you look here, there's a massive hole that's been blown out of this guy, so I think this is probably where we're going to start. If I was a real mechanic, I would take this thing apart, make sure everything was working well before putting it back together again, but as I'm not quite as far as I'd like to be up that evolutionary chain, I'm going to take it into town to one of the experts. The great thing about breaking down in Guatemala or any Latin country is there are some amazing mechanics who really know how to fix things well. So let's take it in and see what we can do with it.
Hey there, Django. Put this one up on the board. Put that on the board. Alright, there you go. So while Matthew's in town, we're here continuing homeschooling lessons as usual. Rafa's working on some math. Gabe's practicing his alphabets. Django's trying to help him. I don't know if he's helping him or hindering him, but he's doing something.
Okay, so I just got back from town, took the starting motor, the solenoid to the mechanic, who said yes, it's absolutely destroyed. In fact, he said that it had been blown up and recommended that I go and buy a whole new unit. I went around the auto parts stores, nobody sells them. Merlins, a Chevrolet chassis and a 454 engine. They just don't really have those here in Guatemala. They have tons and tons of old school buses, so Bluebird parts are easy to get, but not the Chevrolet ones. I thought I was going to have to make a long journey into Guatemala City and try to find something there. However, somebody put me in the direction of a man called El Canche, and he seems to think he can rebuild the starting motor and the solenoid from the old parts and from things that he's going to make. So we'll see how that goes. Tomorrow I'll take you back and show you El Canche's workshop and see how he does with our starting motor. In the meantime, I bought 5 pounds of tomatoes from the organic market they have in town, and I'm going to make a pasta sauce that you'll see in one of our Zen in the Art of Motorhome cooking videos. This is the Mafia approved pasta sauce. So I'll do that and get back to the mechanicking tomorrow.
Alright, Matthew just got back from the market with these gorgeous tomatoes, and anytime we ever get fruits or vegetables from the market, we soak them in water and a bit of vinegar. So that is just to get rid of any, like here in Central America, to get rid of any parasites or bugs that might be on the outsides of them, or if we're up in North America, sometimes we have to deal with pesticides, so this is what we do.
I love this park, but to be precise, we'll never get tired of it.
It's a mystery to me. We had agreed with which we had agreed. Think you have to want more than you need. Till you have it all, you won't be free. Society, you're a crazy breed. Hope you're not lonely without me. Want more than you have, you think you need. And when you think more than you want, your thoughts begin to bleed. I think I need to find a bigger place. 'Cause when you have more than you think, you need more space.
Now, as I said earlier, school buses are everywhere here in Guatemala, but not as you know them. These are pimped out, pimp my ride school buses. If you have a goat or a sheep, you have to check that luggage and put it on the roof. If you have a chicken, however, that goes as hand luggage inside.
So how'd you get on?
Pretty good. Here we have our Frankenstein's monster starting motor made by El Canchi. So let's see if we can reanimate Merlin with it.
Alright.
Yeah. Okay, moment of truth. She's alive! Well done, El Canchi.
Hey, Merlin!
We did it! We did it!
We did it, Django!
We did
We did it, guys!
Alright, Dada!
Django! Yes, okay, so tomorrow we have a gig at Caoba Farms, and as you can see, it's getting dark and we've got Merlin running again, ready for the morning, so the show goes on.
You are amazing. Well done.
So,
As you've just seen, when nothing's sure, anything's possible. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.